Recording. All right, so welcome to Percolating Thoughts. This episode we thought that we would kind of catch up on the books that we've read this year, and talk about our reading challenges that we have on Goodreads. If you don't know what Goodreads is an app that you can use to track all the books you have read, want to read, um, that sort of thing. And Belle and I both use Goodreads. I
Mhm.
highly recommend it. Um, it's really good for that sort of thing. All the books that I have on like my bookshelf at home, I'm able to like kind of see what I have and say I finish a book and I'm somewhere else, I could be like, I want to read this book next. And then I can go home and find it on like my bookshelf or whatever.
And
Um,
you can if you're at the store, you can scan a book and it'll be able to pull it up for you. And then you can hit want to read, and then you'll just remember what you want to read later on.
yeah, and then I mean, say you're connected with some friends on Goodreads, and they see that you want to read a book. They could be like, birthday gift, you know? So
Mhm.
that's also really good for that. Speaking of, you having friends on Goodreads, you can also track and see what your other friends are reading, their progress on a book, and what they want to read, and that sort of thing. So
Mhm.
Goodreads is just really nice for all of you readers out there.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, so Belle, what is your reading goal for this year? How many books did you set for yourself?
I set my goal as 12 books for this year, so one a month. Um, because I didn't want to overdo it, but I probably could have definitely uh made my goal higher. What about you?
I did 15. And that is definitely overshooting it for someone who's coming back from a huge reading hiatus and someone who's like, I guess, New Year's resolution was to read more books and stuff. So, but seeing as graduation is so close, I'll definitely have a little more free time outside of work to be able to work on that a little more. So,
Yes.
yeah. What about you? How far?
What
How?
I am 8 of 12.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. No, she definitely. You definitely could have done way more, dude.
So I am 5 books ahead of schedule right now, which is also really nice because I don't feel pressured to read more,
Hmm.
but also it's great because it's like, okay, if there was a month that I didn't read a book, I'd be totally fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that I feel like I cheated the system because there was 3 books at the beginning of the year that I had to finish that were half read. So, but one of them I still have 500 pages left, so I think that that still counts. But I
I
do feel like I cheated the system by doing that.
No, no, no. I feel like if you finish the book in the year 2024, then that counts.
Yeah.
That counts. But also, like, if you had more than well over 100 pages for some of these books too, that also helps as well. That
Yes.
counts.
Yes.
Um, I have been on a miniature reading hiatus. My friends and I, shout out Kyle and Sarah, are reading the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, and I am on the third book. I'm about, I don't know if you guys can see that, but probably a third of the way through. But Leah's life has been a little hectic. When is it never?
I am currently reading 2 books right now.
Right,
One I
yeah.
started because I didn't have the book that I was trying to finish on me.
Hmm.
And I was like, well, I'm not just gonna sit in the hot tub and do nothing. Shout out Tiger Grotto. So I started reading. Yeah,
We should totally do that, dude.
we should. Just tell me when.
Okay.
Um, Free swim is every day after 7:30. Um, we could show up on Cinco after being plastered.
Yeah. To read.
Yes. But so I started Layla by Colleen Hoover.
Hmm.
It's my first Colleen Hoover book. Um, and it's honestly not too bad. I think there's some pieces I'm missing, but I'm sure that those questions will be answered in the coming chapters. I'm 24% done with that because it's on Kindle.
Mhm.
But it's pretty good. It's like a mystery lover love triangle vibe and like abuse and neglect, not like abuse, but like neglect and um like it's like this guy who's famous dating her and she becomes like a repercussion to basically like social media hate, which is like so relevant in today's world. I'll let you guys know what I think about it at the end. The book I'm reading right now just dropped on the floor. And I just lost my place. Thank God for Goodreads to tell me what page I'm on.
Dude, there has been
But
numerous times where that's happened to me.
but I'm reading Swimming Lessons by Claire Fuller. This one is also like a mystery vibe. Obviously, I kind of stepped away from the smut and like I just needed a break. Like there's still romance, but this one is a mom gone missing, and she leaves letters, and basically the letters kind of answer the family's questions. But I will say that I feel like I'm getting the questions answered. I don't know that the family has actually found these letters yet. So I don't know. I'm almost done with the book, so I hope something happens.
Right.
um, but it's a pretty good, like, quick read
Mm.
to get through. And yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. What do you think is next on your list to read that's not a part of the SJM universe?
How'd you know I was gonna say
Nope, I knew.
that? Yeah, so
I
I
knew.
have literally a plethora of SJM books to read. Anyway, um, I've gotten a lot of recommendations, but for sure, like my sister literally just recommended a series today. I say it's sold at Target, so is every other series, but it's like Breaking 13 or something like that. I don't know. But I was like, okay, I'll look into it because my sister and my like reading genres and personality likes that sort of thing. It's exactly the same. It's insane. Um
Yeah,
so there's that, but then for sure I really want to get shoot the second book for the list of things, honestly, because that's a
yeah.
series that I want to finish. And that's by Emma Miller. Shout out Emma. Um we definitely love your series. Sure. So, but yeah, that's definitely on a TBR for me. If I don't know, series books are just so hard because I don't know how to not sit through and read the entire series and then work on individual books outside of that. So the fact that you're reading two books and sometimes you even read more books kind of scares me because I don't know how to like if I start one book, I can't like
Yeah.
start another.
No, I get that. Um,
No, you don't because you do it.
but that's because if I don't have access to the physical book I'm reading, then but sometimes I just get bored. I don't know.
Right.
I just
Also,
get
having a
stagnant.
physical copy is nice. Oh,
Yeah.
copy.
Um,
Copy, not coffee.
I mean, physical coffee is amazing too.
That is. It is also.
My next to read that's not a part of the Crave series,
Yes.
um, I think The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley.
Okay.
I said I was getting really into mystery and women gone missing. So this is so I think I'm going back into my Nancy Drew vibes, but I think I see that one in the airport all the time and it's always intrigued me. So
Yeah.
I think I want to read that next, but I did just buy 3 books. No, I know it's so bad. I bought Things We Hide from the Light, which is the second book in the Knock 'em Out series. I finished the first one this year, which is Things We Never Got Over. Which like got so much better at the end. Like Leah got all these texts about it. I had like super low hopes about it, but it got so much better. And then it leaves you like questioning about the other characters, which is how she got me, because now I need to read things we hide from the light so that I know about the next two characters. Um, but again, those are standalones. And then I also bought Fourth Wing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I feel like I'm missing out, but I'm not a lover of fantasy, which is why I'm a hater of SJM. So I think it'll be really interesting to see my reaction to that. But I would really like to read Paris Apartment next. But
Okay.
we'll see. It just depends. I-
I
Yeah.
was gonna say you were talking about you're reading your first Colleen Hoover book ever. Um, I'm a big Coho fan, and if I'm being completely honest with you, I know a lot of people have bashed her. I I just like her books. I mean, I can like her books without liking the author, right? I mean, I had made it a mission to get all of her books and put them on my bookshelf, and so I have all of the Colleen Hoover books in person. So that's the majority of my bookshelf, but I really like um oh, shoot, there's a series she wrote. Hold on.
I was gonna say also want to read A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. It's also fantasy. So I'm really trying, guys.
You
I'm
are
really
trying.
just anything that's not SJM.
Oh,
Okay, girl.
it's I really like her Maybe Someday series, and that was one of the first books that I read by her, and I finished the entire series when I was on vacation up in South Dakota with my boyfriend and his family. So, um, vacation has always been a good time for me to read
Yeah.
books and everything. I always bring like three, four of them and knock it
Yeah.
out. But yeah, that was a cutesy little romance book, and the series like really tied together, and it was like different points of views and everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
What's your
next. What?
no? Good.
I was gonna say definitely. I recommend that you work on that next. However, I know you have a whole bunch of TBRs.
I'm telling you guys, reading on the treadmill, if you are an exercise girly, will change your life.
Dude, no wonder
Literally,
you get to see me.
that's how I've blown through so many of these is I just read on the treadmill. Had a really hard time reading this one on the treadmill because I don't know how I feel about it right now, but um no, I'm telling you, reading on the treadmill or on the bike will change your life.
Do you read a
Um,
physical copy or on your Kindle?
it just depends. I do both.
Okay.
Yeah, I carry the book into the gym.
Oh,
Um, but it just depends. But I also have the Kindle app on my phone, so that works as well. When I don't bring my Kindle. But what is your favorite book that you've read this year so far?
my favorite book that I have read this year so far, and we're heading back to Sarah J. Maas, The Throne of Glass. I really liked the first book. Um,
Mhm.
and some people would argue that The Assassin's Blade is the first book in the series. No, it's not. It's the Throne of Glass is the first book of the Throne of Glass series. Um,
Mhm.
anyway, but yeah, the Throne of Glass, that one was a really good one. It obviously drew me in. There was still, I was like, there's no way there's more of this story to tell because there's about 10-ish books that cover the
Mhm.
entire like plot. Like there's no way there's more to tell. And it is
Yeah,
like it is fantasy, but it has sort of like this mystery vibe to it, different points of views. And it has some romance in there. I feel like it has a good mixture of everything. So that was a good kind of contender to like draw me in. Half of the books, which are two that I've read this year, um are Sarah J. Maas books, but I have read a few books that aren't Sarah J. Maas books that were pretty good. But I would still argue that Throne of Glass was the best one that I've read this year, and it's only April.
yeah.
How about you?
I think my favorite is Court, which is the second to last book of the Crave series.
Yeah.
Because you guys know that that's all I talk about. But um, I think that's my favorite because the other ones, I don't know what it was because I'm trying to finish the books that are on my bookshelf. And I don't know if I was just in like this weird young adult phase because all of them are just very would read when I was 17.
Right.
And so I like yeah, I don't know. But I'm trying, that's like my goal is to like empty out my bookshelf of the books that are there, which is also what's really hard about my to be read my like want to read list because I'm like, oh, there's so many books on my shelf that I still need to finish.
Yeah.
Um, so that's like also like been hard because it's like, oh, I want to read Cherish next, but it's like, okay, but Fangirl is on the shelf, and the next book before for the anthology of Before the Coffee Gets Cold is still there. So, but I think Court was my favorite. The Promise Me Dad by Joe Biden really got
Yeah.
me. Literally cried in the gym. So actually beware if you're going to read at the gym which books you're reading because I started sobbing. But yeah, that was my most emotional read of the year so far.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have not had one of those. I have had all of the books that I've read this year smoked. So I
that's
don't,
okay.
yeah.
That's okay. That was one of the ones that I had to finish to that was like halfway read
Hmm.
was Promise Me Dad, Court, and Things We Never Got Over.
Yeah.
So, and
If,
then my books that I've read have just really gone downhill, but it's fine. I'm one of those people that has to finish the book.
yeah.
Like, I don't know how people just decide that they stop reading halfway through it because they hate it. No, I have to finish it.
Yeah. And I mean, it may be like a lot of people get bored with the book because it's such a slow read, but I feel like you can still have a slow read book and finish it and
Yeah.
be get done with it and you can say I read this book. At the end of the day, you're still learning things and at the end of the day, you're still like feeling those emotions and stuff, and I feel like that's pretty beneficial.
Yeah. So finish your books, people. Like what? Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is the year of our reading
Yeah.
tour.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited for summer because you know I'm a pool read
Yeah.
girl.
You are a pool
So
girly.
yeah, that's how I got through so many last summer. And
Yep.
then I went back to school and got depressed and stopped reading. So
That's well, you can't say the same, but that's why I'm excited to be out of school.
no. So I'm excited. I think this will be my April read.
Hmm.
I mean, I know I'm 8 books ahead of this is my April finished book. Even though I definitely already finished a book in
Great.
April.
It's a good
But
time.
I have to finish this month or else I'll be super disappointed in myself. There's also like only 30 pages left. So
Right. No, you'll be done. You'll
yeah.
like that.
And then I'm sending it on its way to its next home. So I got this stamp. Okay, this is like my last fun fact.
Yes.
But I got this stamp as a gift for Christmas from Frankie. Shout out Frankie. And it says, from the Library of Isabel Cool. I haven't
Yeah.
stamped this one yet. And so I stamped all the ones that I love and are obviously going to stay on my shelf forever. But I've also been stamping the ones that I've been regifting so
Hmm.
that people like are like, oh, this is like so that I'm always a part of their bookshelf. But yeah,
Oh,
I just yes, I just did that with King of Wrath, which is also good if you need a little redemption, enemies to lovers.
that's still so cute.
Yeah.
That so I'm always a part of their bookshelf. My sister got one of those stamps for her birthday, Christmas, one of those things. And I got to, it's so funny because I actually thought about getting it for her for this Christmas. And
Yeah.
I had it in my Amazon cart and it was all customized. And then I go up to Minnesota and I see it on her desk. And I was like, Danny, where did this come from? What the heck? So now I'm a little disappointed, but I definitely think that that is on my Christmas list because it's so adorable and I'm starting to build my bookshelf. So, what?
You know, I listen. I listen.
You do listen. You're really good at that. But anyway, if there's anything you didn't learn from this podcast, always know Goodreads. Goodreads, Goodreads, Goodreads. It's so
And
great.
follow us on Goodreads.
Yeah, follow us on Goodreads. Um, you can see what we're up to, what books we recommend, what we're currently reading, see how we're doing on our challenges, and then text us or comment or whatever and be like, Leah, you're lacking on your challenge, which I definitely am.
Yeah,
Um,
she's a 4 out of 15, guys. I
yeah,
just looked.
yeah, I said that. 4 out of 15. But it says I'm on track because it's April, which means in a week I will not be on track. So, and you guys may be listening to this in May, June, who knows? I don't know. I'm definitely not on track.
Who knows? I might be finished by then, guys.
Yeah, Belle will
Then I'm
definitely
never going to read another book ever again.
yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Please like, comment, subscribe, and also let us know your favorite books. What's on your to be read list? And yeah, we always like to hear from you guys. Cheers!